Hello, I'm Patricia. I'm Patricia McNeely from Twin Flame Body, located in Chicago, Illinois. How are you today? So today I want to talk to you about this cosmic gateway that we call the Lion's Gate, the 8-8 portal. This is a unity gateway, but what it is unifying is aspects of your cosmic lives. So people sometimes take this to mean that the other person is going to drop everything they're doing and just join you in union. That's not what it means at all. It means that you are expected to integrate parts of yourself from long ago and far away. Now, this does have an effect on people because very large energies can have an effect on small devices. Some people are very sensitive to this. So your higher light body is not as sensitive to those energies as you feel in the lower vibrations. So if you're in a somewhat light, slightly lower vibration, or your circumstances seem to be keeping you stuck there, what are some of these energies? Well, one of them is the earth grid electromagnetic frequency, which is a part of the shifting of energies. Another thing has to do with upgrades of devices, the power needed for it, which can people will call electromagnetic frequencies or EMFs. And some people feel greatly affected by these. They like to blame or try to figure out where it's coming from. Essentially, you are dislodging yourself from lower places where it feels like you get pummeled or bounced around with this stuff. It's almost like if a big wave comes to shore, the kind of wave that people wait for when they're surfing. You're waiting for that big one. But then when the big one comes, if you're not prepared, you can't ride with it. You kind of get tumbled about, and it can feel like a riptide. It can feel like it's putting you in the washing machine, and you can be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, I feel queasy. I feel dizzy. Boom. It hits you. So some of the things that are actually a natural part of what is occurring, it's not supernatural. It's not being attacked. It is you needing to open up the brand new template, the blueprint, the diamond DNA patterns, the activations, whatever you call it, higher activation, 5D activation. You have to participate in this. Otherwise, it keeps pummeling you. Now, not only that, there's two of you. So other people do feel this, but for twin flame people who may not be aware of another person's energies, it can have a more extreme effect. It can be very amplified, raw. You can feel queasy. You can feel lurchy, like you want to, you're going to belch. You might have gas. Yeah, that happens. And you can't ignore it. I'm getting a little bit up to here of like people just thinking that this is some kind of given. I need to tell you that you need to participate, because that is your participation is what customizes the brand new template, the brand new blueprint. I call it the template of 5D romance. Think about that for a minute. Romance. How long has it been since some of you have really felt real deep romance? And I don't mean little fleeting moments when you're just laying together. I mean that like you will find each other through the dimensions, through space and time, through time portals, where you want to knock down gates and knock down walls to get to each other. Yeah, it's exhausting. You know why it's exhausting? Because we've come to an ending point. And if you were running a marathon and you kind of got within 10 feet of the finish line and you could see it, you would be saying to yourself, I've been training for this, but I can finally let it kick in and, be done with certain things. That's where you're going with this. That is why some of it kicks in. Now, some of it has to do with What have you tolerated? What have you had to tolerate? What have you had to put up with where you feel like you're up to here with certain things? Is it energies? Is it attacks? Is it imaginary attacks? Is it your other half being addicted to something? Is it the karmic and the karmic and the karmic and the karmic? Well, that karmic doesn't really have all the power in the universe. The karmic is actually just another player on the game of life here, even though it doesn't feel like that. And there are ways to get yourselves out of those levels where it feels like you're just being subjected to something. It's time to stop treating your ascension like it's a continued series of crises and, really accept it for what it is. It's ascension. It's your opportunity beyond all opportunities offered to get yourself really not just out of a rut or out of being stuck, but to really get yourself up where you belong. To ditch the human life in favor of the angelic person that you truly are. So a lot of people, ponder that. They'll say, really, why are we here? Why am I here? Why the forces of light and dark? Why the game playing? Well, that's what people have done in the lower dimensions. And I was once at the beach and I was overhearing someone listening to the radio, overhearing the radio that someone was listening to. And as I passed, the man on the radio said something like, "It'll never stop. Everyone also always has to have a bad guy. Everyone always has to have, someone to blame. And that's just the way it is. It's always the light and the dark." And I'm thinking to myself, whoa, until you get up where you belong, where you start to see it for what it is. Fearful people, afraid people, people with terrible childhoods, people who've been abandoned, people who have felt themselves abandoned by God. And that's not a good thing to feel. That's a terrible thing to feel like that. But what if there were a way to really get yourself back to feeling not only your sense of self, but that buoyancy, your own incredible lightness of being? Would you do it? Well, I have that way. It is my modality, the twin flame body modality, which helps you to not only integrate, let's say inflate, integrate, elevate, and get on up there. That is what I am here to help people with. How do you stop from being simply human? Even though a lot of things are attributed to the human spirit, it's the spirit. How are we bringing spirit into material and no longer separating them where you only can be spiritual or you can only be material, but putting everything together so that the best of this goes with the best of that? It's with the brand new template of relationship from 5D, the brand new template of romantic relationship. And people want more. People are actually demanding, because the heart demands more from relationships, from situations. People want more depth. They're no longer satisfied with just superficial things or perfunctory types of answers like, "Fine, how are you today?" "Fine." That's it? That's all you got for me? Well, if I go into it, it's a whole bucket of stuff, and then I'll be dumping on you, and I wouldn't want to dump on you, so I'll just say fine, because I'm really having a not so good time. And, well, hang on a minute. People have even said that and have held themselves back from having the type of session that can actually get that moving. Feeling defeated, feeling like even though you might understand your purpose mentally, there's a feeling there that feels like it's just futile somehow. Now, I'm here to address some of the heavier issues because I can help get it removed, not just, done. One of the things in this particular time of year is going to be apologies. I'm sorries. Please forgive me. Things that are along the lines of the Ho'oponopono prayer of coming back into loving each other. That's a part of the spirit of unity, of unifying, is compassion, reconciliation, laying the past to rest and fully leaving it there and not bringing it up, each time to punish each other. Where people can say, hey, I'm sorry for what this has been done to you. Hey, I'm sorry that has. Hey, hashtag, I'm sorry too. Not just me too. Hashtag, I'm sorry too. I'm sorry. Because hashtag, future lives matter. Because hashtag, every life matters. Because hashtag, life matters. And life will keep finding its way out of the cracks again and again and again and again and again. The cream always rises to the top. And so no matter how you got here, no matter how you arrived, or what type of family you incarnated into, or what type of issues might be there, I have a way, a body way, for those things to not only get moving, but like I say, excavate, inflate, extricate, elevate, and get up to the love where you belong. Now, I hope that sometimes we start to see where things have been negligent or where things have been lacking. But you always have to pay attention to yourself. This is a time for healers to be the healed healer. This is time for certain things to be viewed from a different perspective. That maybe you're not being attacked, that attacks have already happened, but you're actually rising out of a level where the energy of that has existed for a really long time. And you don't have to live there anymore. And isn't that a good thing? So when it comes to you and putting yourself first, becoming the best you involves being a new you. This is the year for transformation. 2020 is transformation. Lionsgate is the fire to burn off a lot of things. Explosive stuff happening. Sudden quick things and watery energies. Water energies are part of the emotions. The emotions of the ocean of love that you're a part of. The ocean of your heart that you share from your soul level. And so reach out for the real help that really gets these things going, that really gets the experiences going. I will be having several webinar groups coming up. You can look at the links below. Check out my website. I've made brand new changes, and it's time. It's time for this to be the new normal. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.